Welcome back to Symphony of the Serpent. We have another main story update to get through. As always, links are down in the description to Greg's written guide as well as NLT's Media's Discord. While you're down there, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It greatly helps me out. And very quickly, I am away from my house. I'm on the road. I'm using a laptop. I'm using a different microphone. And I didn't even take my editing data with me either. So there's going to be no fancy intro, no fancy outro. And I apologize for that. Now, let's jump into this update and let's first run to the church and have a little word with some of the nuns in the nuns' quarter. Once we are done with those, we're then going to head a little word with Margaret. And after that conversation, we need to head off and find Cleopatra. To do that, we're going to have to head to the scrapyard. But before we do that, we are first going to pop to the Long Dong Emporium and pick up an item. At the Long Dong Emporium, there is now some rope for you to purchase. We're going to pick that up for $500, and now we are free to run to the scrapyard. It's going to save us a little bit of back and forth later on in the story. We're going to blast straight through the first area, and then in the second area, very close to the start, there is going to be a note for us to pick up, and that's going to give us a little bit of a sign where a bomb is hidden in the other area by the desert temple. So we're going to then race across there along the bottom of the map. And once we are there, we can then pick up any of the treasures that we find along the way. There is also a plant fiber just over here for you to pick up. Pick up all of the treasure. Don't waste that. And then we're going to go find where that bomb was on the map. Doing that is going to reveal a bomb as well as a new crafting scroll. Once the bomb is in place, we're going to pick up the little bit more treasure and then pick up the scroll. Opening the scroll, we're going to need to be able to craft a wick. You should already have the tar, plant fibers, and fine sand from previous updates. We now have the rope. We can craft a wick and then add that to the bomb, blowing the rocks out of the way and revealing two new areas on the map. Entering into the area, we're going to find Cleopatra. After a brief conversation with her, we are then going to wander over to the brain, where we have another skill. All normal attacks do one more damage. That's good. And then we have a little bit of a weapon down here in the bottom left corner. We're just going to pick up the bomb. Have a quick sweep of the area. I don't think there's anything else in this one. No, we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, I hit the bush by mistake, that's fine. Ignore me. We're now going to go into here where there is a note over here. It's going to tell us that we need to do not dig in these three places in the outskirts west area, if you remember that from earlier in the story where Lola is, because there is currently an electric fence and we can't get through it. So let's head to the outskirt west next. The fastest way, by the way, to do this is go to the first area of the scrapyards and then get caught by the people, and then you get teleported to the end of the scrapyards. That's a nice little top tip for you. Saves you making the journey across two areas. It's a tiny time save, but every little bit of time we can save, the better. Now, from there, we're going to head over to the outskirts west, and then we're going to drop it down immediately into this area from earlier on in the game. Now, while we're down here, we're going to notice some of the ground is a very slightly different colour. So if we click on those, we're going to cut some electrical cables. There's number one. Number two is just by this bush down here. And number three is by these rocks. With that done, we can then race our way all the way back through and go through the fence where the electrical blockade was. Now we are here, we can go straight through there and pick up all of the weapons in this area. There's 4 boxes to grab: flashbang, bomb, gas bomb, as well as this one over on the left-hand side for a time bomb. And we can then enter into the new area through this door, where we'll have one more weapon crest to pick up, or chest to pick up, and then we're going to need to head back to Cleopatra to say that we have found this area. And as we go to find Cleopatra, we're going to enter into a nasty little fight where we're just going to try and use as many of our weapons as quickly as we can to try and get rid of them. Nice little boomerang, just like so. Let's see if I can bait them over here and use a gas bomb. Use a gas bomb and then set the bush on fire. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. Okay. I want to see if that would make a fire. It doesn't. They are very close to each other. I'm going to say flashbang. There we go. Now they're blinded. I can get behind him and hit him in the behind. 2 damage for the attacks from behind. Him as well. Him as well. Now he's at 1 shot. We can free kick him to death. Just leaves us with one more to deal with. Where's Rat in the Box? Rat in the Box is my favourite. He's very good. Can I get behind him? No, he attacks me. Sorry, Rat in the Box does some damage. I'm going to heal, just in case. I don't want him to, like, combo attack me. Rat in the Box has just done 2 more hits in a row. That's very nice. Can you get behind him? No, I didn't move in time, but Rat in the Box does the damage. All good, and now we have a little bit more story content. And after that, we're trapped in this room. We need to find something to carry on the story. To do that, we're just going to go over to this cabinet and click on it. After that huge chunk of story content, we're now at the Miller's house, so we need to go find Grace. To find Grace, we need to head to the church. And we will run into Grace there. After a quick chat with her, we need to go update Margaret on the fact that we have found Cleopatra. So let's run to her and say that. Quick chat with Margaret. That's all done. Now we're going to head back to Grace. And of course, Grace had wandered off and found something to do. We are now in the chapel listening out for a buzz sound. What we're going to do is we're going to head to the main pew, or whatever you want to call it. Just behind it, some blue arrows. Click on the blue arrows. You'll pick up a new item, as well as the story will continue. And after another huge bit of story content, you will then find yourselves in a little bit of a mini-game race versus Elijah. All you have to do is just click up and down with the arrows, really, or using your mouse, and you will hit the blue arrows and race ahead of Elijah. The first person to the green line wins. I don't know if you can actually lose this. I haven't particularly tried, but I found that sticking to the top of the map is the place to be because they seem to be spawning up there the most. And yeah, just take your time. This is the best I've done so far. I've had like 3 or 4 attempts at this minigame, and the first time I barely beat him. He got very close, but yeah, I snuck it out in the end. We are 1 away. What do I need? That one? No, one more. Him. There we go. After that, we're going to have some more story content, and then we're going to find ourselves in a fight with an eagle or a bird. I don't know what it is. I'm going to use some weapons on it and get rid of it. It's got 7 health. The one thing I will say is it does have like a targeting attack on you, but as long as you stay behind the bins, it doesn't actually hit you. Then it turns around and you can go hit it from behind and do double damage. That was pretty good. Let's see if we can do that again. It worked, but he's not turned around. Can I sneak around the side of him? No. That's alright. We counter-attacked him and he's dead. Right. That is good. After that, the story shall continue once again. And that is going to be that for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Hit like, hit subscribe, and peace out.